Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Carrie Smoot from the Village Spa.
And I'm David Carroll with Charter One Realty.
Today, as you all can see, we are here at Jaguar and Land Rover here in the New River Auto Mall out on 278. And our first guest is Dr. Brian Kornblatt. He is with St. Joseph's Candler, and he is here to talk about their new immediate care facility that will hopefully be open towards the end of this year.
We're also going to be joined with Shellie Hodges, who's the director of the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. She's going to be talking to us about the Bluffton Expo coming up very, very soon.
Yes, which is, they're one of the major sponsors for the expo, so that's why we're here at Land Rover today. And last but not least, we have Mr. Dave Adams. He is the athletic director at Bluffton High School, so he's here to talk about the Bluffton Bobcat football season, which everybody's talking about right now because it's almost fall.
And boy, that man has a lot on his plate. Not only does he do football, but wait till you hear all the things that he's responsible for. And all those kids in that school.
I didn't realize they had all that going on with their athletic department. It's a pretty big deal. So.
And now it's becoming social with the games because they have a new surprise that they're going to tell us about today too.
You don't have to get your kids dinner before you go to the football game.
And bring them straight over.
Exactly. So make sure that you come back and join us for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where Bluffton comes to speak.
843 TV, where the Greater Bluffton Chamber comes to speak.
843 TV, where Buckwalter Place comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV. We are here with Dr. Brian Kornblatt. He is the managing partner with St. Joseph's Candler Immediate Care. Thank you for being with us this morning. How are you?
Good morning, and I'm delighted to be here.
All right. Well, first we'll start by asking you, when will the new St. Joseph's Candler Immediate Care that you guys are putting in Bluffton, when will that be open for business at Buckwalter Place?
We are under construction now, and all things being equal, we should take the building over the 15th of October, and we should be open for business on the 1st of November.
Okay, and just to be clear with the location, as I asked you just right before we started filming, it is before you get to Publix and CareCore and all of that, right on Buckwalter, correct?
That's exactly right. You cannot miss our building.
You know where
Dr.
Buckwalter
Kornblatt,
is.
what kind of services can we expect to see at St. Joseph's Candler Immediate Care Facility?
Well, we offer a variety of services. So we certainly take care of walk-in patients, which is what we are there for. So if you have a cough or cold or a cut or a bruise or something potentially broken, we have full x-ray services there. We also offer a full lab there, so we are very good about being able to diagnose those things that you might come in with. In addition, we offer industrial medicine services, and so we'll try real hard to work with the companies in the area. And we offer pre-employment physicals, Department of Transportation physical exams, all kinds of metric testing, pulmonary function testing, for instance, audiology testing.
That's pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide range of services.
Now, it's an immediate care, so if I come in, like if I was in a car accident and I'm not severely injured and I don't need to go to the emergency room, if I came in and I just need to get checked out, how long would it take me to get in there? Or is that what I would do?
No, and we track these. This is we have this will be number 6 of the facilities that we operate, and so we've been in this business really almost 15 years. We get you in and out in less than an hour. And I wish I could tell you that it's always that way. If you come in and you're the 6th person that has signed in the last 15 minutes, it's going to be longer than that. But if you're all things being equal and on average, we keep people moving through the places pretty quickly. And so I would expect less than an hour.
Okay. And it's a little bit different from the emergency room, so people know the difference between urgent care and immediate care and emergency room.
Yeah, and that's always a confusion for people. It is, I would say, probably once a month, we might see somebody who comes to our urgent care center with symptoms that would really be better served in an emergency room, for instance, chest pain and that sort of thing. But people seem to sort themselves out pretty well.
And speaking about emergency room, why would a patient consider going to the immediate care over the emergency room?
Well, I would say, first of all, the immediate care center is infinitely faster. And so we can get you in and out of there in probably less than an hour. If you were to come to the emergency room, for instance, at Candler Hospital, with a minor complaint, your time would certainly be longer than that. The other is cost, and I think everybody these days, I mean, with health insurance plans and such, everybody is very cognizant of how expensive it is to go see to go see the doctor. How expensive medical care is, and the good news about our facilities is that we're very competitively priced, and so much less money than the emergency room.
So that leads us to our last question. You all accept insurance and Medicare and Medicaid, correct?
Yep, we take, at all of our sites, we take all insurances, we take Medicare, we take Medicaid, and so, all are welcome.
Okay, I would just like to make a note, having small children and being not new to the area now, but I did not realize that a lot of the pediatricians' offices around here do not have x-ray machines. So that is very good to make a note about, that if you have broken bones, you need to go somewhere where they have an x-ray on site. And you had mentioned earlier that it's all digital.
Yep. So what that means is that we can take an x-ray at our site in Bluffton, and our doctors are there to read the x-ray, but if there is a concern, we can immediately transmit that image to a board-certified radiologist for an immediate reading.
That's huge.
Yep, yeah, it is. It's the digital age.
Yes, it's kind of amazing.
Now, what is the time frame on the opening of the facility?
We are very hopeful that the building will be turned over to us on October 15th. And looking at the construction, the way things have been progressing, I feel very confident that's going to happen. The town of Bluffton has been very good for us to work with, so they get their inspectors out in a very timely fashion. So a big thank you to the town of Bluffton. And so given the building on the 15th, we really are planning on opening on November 1st, and we will probably have our grand opening probably around December 1st.
Okay, well, we've got a big red bow at the chamber waiting on you and some big scissors, so we'd be happy to come do that for you.
I am so ready for your red bow.
Now, what will be your hours? What are the hours?
Yep, we open at 9 in the morning, and we are there until 8 o'clock at night. And we are open, and that would be Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, we're open from 9 in the morning till 5, and on Sundays from noon to 5. And we will expand those hours as we need to.
Great. Yes, so just to be clear again, this is St. Joseph's Candler, their immediate care facility in Bluffton that will be opening again when?
November 1, 2013.
On the Buckwalter Parkway?
On the Buckwalter Parkway.
All right, well, thank you very much for being with us today, and make sure that you come back for more 843 TV.
Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined with the Executive Director of Membership of the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, Shellie West Hodges. Hello, Shellie.
Hi, David.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
What is up and coming now, Shellie, for the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce?
Well, it's time for our Bluffton Business Expo. This is the only Bluffton Expo that is held yearly. We started last year, coming up September 24th. It's from 12 to 5. It's going to be at Sequins Ballroom, which is a beautiful facility right on 278 between Tanger 1 and 2. Looking forward to it. We've got great vendors, great sponsors, lots of networking opportunities there. The other thing we have coming up on the forefront is a networking event at Myrtle's, which is on Bruin Street in downtown Bluffton. So that's coming up, and that's on September 17th.
A lot going on.
Yeah, and we do 3 networkings a month, and the expo's really kind of filtered in with those networking opportunities as well. So looking forward to that event and more to come.
Well, Shellie, you mentioned networking several times. I mean, help me out. I mean, what does networking really mean?
Yeah, networking it's huge, I think, everywhere, not just here in Bluffton, but anywhere in the country. That it's a big buzzword. People are like, that's all you hear about is networking. We have different groups around town that networking. You've got B&I groups. We have a BANG group, which is a business area networking group. The chambers in the area also do networking. Great opportunity to get business-minded folks together so they can get to know each other's businesses, exchange business information. We like to give people opportunity to talk about their business too in our networking events. So we give them an opportunity to go around the room, say who they are, tell a little bit about their business. And it's just a great way to build relationships. I grew up here in Bluffton, so you know, I'm going to utilize the businesses that I've known for 30, 40 years.
Yeah, you want to deal with people you trust.
Right, but I will tell you, just in the last 3 to 4 years, just from learning and meeting new people in Bluffton, because you think you know everybody, there's tons of people you don't know.
Bluffton
so it's
is growing.
amazing how many people I don't know. So as I've networked, you know, through my business and through chamber networking, I've really started using those companies. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, so people really need to be consistent in networking. They need to show up regularly so people don't think you disappeared.
Right.
So it's really about building relationships and building that trust and really knowledge, knowing what people do and what they have to offer. And I think it's great, and I think we've got a lot of people that are great around here that participate in those type of things.
I think Bluffton's a wonderful representative of buy local, stay local, support local. And networking's huge with that, because when you get out there, and it's kind of that whole "you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours."
Yeah, you want to support the
It
local
does.
people.
Yeah, it's true though, but it's a perfect opportunity to really meet and greet and
Yeah,
see
and it's
who's
really
out there.
important to stress to people that, hey, you need to patronize these people too. And when you're networking together, you really want to kind of take care of each other. And that holds true for any organization. I mean, we're actually, my church, we are actually setting up a business networking through our church for all our business folks within the church. So that, you know, it holds true for that organization as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, we're just all trying to take care of each other.
Shellie, speaking of all these sponsors, how about mention a few of those?
We have great sponsors. We do take sponsors for all of our networking events. The expo, we have New River Auto Mall, which is where we are today. Great place, great folks. They're one of our lead sponsors. They'll have a couple of cars out there. Covert Air, who's a big supporter of our chamber, is one of our sponsors. 104.9, Mini Surge Group, Giuseppe's, lots of folks. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I would like to mention we do have a social on the back side of the expo that starts at 5:30, and Coastal States Bank is sponsoring that. We also will have many food vendors there as well. Jim and Nick's will be there, Pinot Gelato, Giuseppe's. So there'll be opportunity to get something good to eat. You know, if you come on out, we set it right at lunchtime.
So that's extra networking there. That's networking for food when you get to go to that part of it.
Yeah, I think people don't realize that at Expo, they're real concerned about a lot of foot traffic. But the truth of the matter is that the folks that are at the Expo exhibiting, those are really the people that you want to articulate your business to, because they're the ones that are going to go out there and talk to other folks and mention your business. So it's a great opportunity for them to talk to one another, see each other's booths, see what they have. Yeah, a lot of FaceTime. I mean, it's great. Total, we probably had about a total of 400 people last year with the exhibitors and traffic. And having the social right behind it also gives an opportunity for people who could not come during the day. The booths will still be up through that event, so they can come in the evening as well.
So what can you expect at the expo if you're not necessarily a business person and you don't want to have a booth? If you just want to come to the expo, what is the cost and what can you expect to
it
get
is
from it?
open and free to the public, so we encourage everyone to come out. It could be, you know, different products and services. It could be from insurance to HVAC, banking, any kind of services around town. It could even be healthcare services
Real estate?
that will be there. Yeah,
Real
real
estate.
estate. I mean, any kind of services. Some people like to come, you know, and pick up keychains and pins and stuff. So
But it's a perfect opportunity, especially
But yeah.
speaking of how quickly Bluffton's grown in the last 5 years especially. It's a wonderful opportunity for people to come in and
yeah.
kind of make their list of all the important things that they need of people who they want to use.
Hair
It's
salon,
also-
they could have something
Yeah,
with that.
even if it's somebody that just wants to network, that's not exhibiting, this is a great opportunity for them to come in and share their business cards and go through every booth. You know, that we want those folks to come out too
Now,
and get to know those
Do you
folks.
still have booths available?
We do have a few booths, and they're going quickly, so we have till the end of the week to
So
get them in.
It's not too late to sign up.
Not too late, and call the chamber. I believe it's 3:25 right now. So then call the chamber, 757-1010.
757-1010.
All right, well thank you, Shellie, for
Thank
being
you.
with us. Make sure you visit the website at BlufftonChamberofCommerce.org to find out any more details, and make sure that you come right back for more 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We're here with Mr. Dave Adams. He's the athletic director at Bluffton High School. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
So everybody is always excited about the Bluffton Bobcats football season. So tell us about this upcoming season, what we can expect.
Yeah, football starts the season. Even with back in the spring, we get a big crowd at our spring game. So it kind of starts early. And like I said before, how your season goes, football kind of sets the tone. Especially the last three years, I think we're 38-4. We've been to the state championship one time, lower state championship twice. And the last 3 years, we've gone from trying to get people in the stands. Now, you better get there early to find a seat kind of a game. So yes, everybody in town, everybody wants to be a part of that. And we stress the Bobcat Nation. It starts with football. Everybody likes to wear their logos and the t-shirts and the shirts and come to the games and tailgate and all those things.
Now, are there other sports that are going on right now? I mean, we all focus on the football because we hear about how, great they're doing. So are there other things this season?
We have a big sports department. We have 23 varsity sports and 17 JV sports.
That's
we have
incredible.
40 teams
Wow.
at Bluffton High School.
That's awesome.
And so our fall is full. We have 7 sports, JV and everything. Especially last year, we did very well. Volleyball teams made the playoffs every year. Boys cross country was region champs. Volleyball was region champs. Boys and girls swim and girls golf. We won 5 region championships last year.
That's great.
And I was doing files this past week. We have about 400 athletes participating in a fall sport at Bluffton High School this time.
Wow.
So we
that's
have
wonderful.
a lot of people participating.
The girls softball team did pretty good last year too, didn't
Girls softball's always done well. Again, I think girls softball and girls volleyball probably consistently through this is our 10th year anniversary at Bluffton High. But in all 10 years, made the playoffs every year, and they've kind of been our top 2 sports for those 2 girl programs. Good girls.
The pitcher's mama used to work with us, so we got stats on all the softball games.
Yes.
It was
Courtney
Yep,
Smith, it's
yep.
her senior year, just made a commitment to Limestone. She's going to Limestone and play for them next
Yes,
year.
we heard.
Yep.
Your school has been a 3A school previous, and now you're 4A. Can you tell us how that has really impacted your program?
Yeah, when we opened in 04, we split from Hilton Head, and at that time, we didn't know how many kids would choose to come over. They had a choice.
Yep.
So we brought over about 800 kids. We wanted to play 2A ball, but they put us in 3A, so we were at the very bottom of 3A.
Yep.
Since then, we've gone from 800 kids to about 1,600 kids.
Oh my goodness.
So last year, when they reclassify every 2 years, so it's based on the amount of students you have from 9th to 12th grade.
Right.
So last year, we made the jump from 3A to 4A. So we're in the largest classification in South Carolina. And when you play 3A or 2A, you have a bottom number and a top number. So
Right.
nobody can get that much bigger than you.
Right.
But once you get to 4A, there is no cap.
Right.
So with 1,600 kids, we are about, I think, 48 out of 52 as far as largest schools. So we play schools that double our size. Wando has 3,600 kids. Somerville has 3,200 kids. So it's very difficult when
Yeah.
you barely make that at 1,600 not to have a
Sort of like
cutoff.
David and Goliath there.
Well, you feel like if you're playing, let's
Yeah.
say, girls golf, and you've got to produce 5 golfers, and you're at Somerville and you got 1,600 girls, you could probably find 5 pretty easy.
Right.
You know, and plus in those larger schools, we find out they specialize more.
Yeah.
In other words, if they're basketball players, they play basketball year round, where our kids go from football to the basketball court out to training. We
Right.
try to share athletes a lot.
Yeah.
We push for that.
Well, Dave, how about some of the rest of your sports seasons? What can we anticipate to come up in the spring? How's that looking?
Well, and you'd mentioned about the girls softball. I know in the wintertime we have both boys and girls basketball and wrestling. And then we get to the spring and we're full. We have 4 teams of soccer. We've got 3 lacrosse teams. Again, boys golf, boys tennis, track and field for boys and girls. And last year, I think everybody in the spring except for 1 team made the playoffs. But if you come out to Bluffton High in the springtime, it's like a 3-ring circus. I mean, we're usually running multiple events. There's usually a softball game going on at the same time as the baseball game's going on, at the same time as soccer. So again, a lot of participation. Again, 400 athletes probably in the spring. We're about 100, 120 in the winter. And again, first year in 4A, everybody represented. The boys, I was second in the region last year in basketball, which was great. And girls made the playoffs against second region also.
So how are you doing this all by yourself? This is a big
Yeah, it's a
job. I mean,
huge,
there's got to be 2 or 3 of you around here.
Well, you know, when I tell people we're a bigger athletic department than a college, they
Wow.
first they look at you and they go, "What? No,
You
no, we
are.
are, because we have JV teams,
Right.
and colleges don't have JVs. Also, a lot of major colleges, you have a girl athletic director in charge
Right.
of girls sports and a men's athletic director.
So you're doing both?
I do it all with no secretary. So
No second? Oh, and you're only 29 years old. That's why you look
yes,
a
sir.
little
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But no, it's a huge responsibility. That's why when I first opened in 04, I was the football coach for 3 years. I won't tell you my record, and I was the AD. And it didn't take long. Again, my wife's wisdom says you need to get out of the football, because I could not do.
You can't do everything.
Couldn't do
No.
both at the same time.
You're doing a fantastic job, that's for sure.
Well,
Come a long
along
way.
with all of the other growth, there's obviously been a little upgrade this season with what you guys call the State of Mind Cafe. Tell everybody what that's all about.
Forget the football. Forget the football.
The important stuff now.
You want to be where the food is. And again, we started this in 04. We had tents set outside, and we invited local food vendors, because we wanted to kind of give a taste of Bluffton. You know, we wanted people there. And it went from there. My concept,
All
we
about
finally
that.
put a concrete slab, and then 2 years ago, we have a metal pavilion top. Now we dressed up with landscape. We have a radio stage. We will have a pregame show broadcast live from the State of Mind Cafe from 6:30 to 7 o'clock at every football game. And we have the local vendors. We have Giuseppe's, we have Jim and Nick's, we have Moe's, we have the
Corner
Italian
Perk.
Ice Guy, and then Corner Perk was our new one this year. And we put them there on the corner, and they're going to set up some extra tables. So right now we have vendors waiting in line, you know, waiting for
So
somebody
you
to
don't
drop
have to
out.
worry about dinner when the kids get out of school on Friday.
Take
you
them
can
right over.
make sure all their good stuff's done. And then what time's the game start?
7:30 kickoff for every varsity football game.
So if you want to get a good seat, better be there by 6:30. All right, well, thank you very much for being with us. That's a ton of information. And we look forward to all the fall season and continued growth at Bluffton High School. So make sure that you come back and join us next time for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.